Hello traders, Joseph here again. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. So as you can see, I'm going to be doing a tutorial video on an advanced pattern, and that advanced pattern is the butterfly pattern. Now so far I've already done 3 tutorials on advanced patterns. I think the Gartley pattern, the cipher pattern, and the bat pattern. So if you haven't already seen those tutorials, I'm going to try and put the links to those tutorials in the description down below so you can check it out. Now the butterfly pattern is actually one of my favorite patterns, simply because it's just, I mean, all the advanced patterns, they do look really good once you're able to identify on a chart and be able to draw it. But the butterfly pattern is just a special pattern, and not many people know how to actually trade it or how to even identify it on a chart. So in this first part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you guys in terms of like all the Fibonacci numbers that you look for in order to kind of identify a perfect butterfly pattern, you know, because the rules are so important. When it comes to advanced patterns, the rules are very, very important. You have to be able to understand how to use a Fibonacci tool to find those points of the advanced pattern. So anyway, without further ado, let's go over to the chart, and I'm going to try and create a blank canvas right here, and as always, like I said, we're going to do both the bearish and the bullish advanced pattern, you know, together, so you can see how they look in terms of how the comparison looks. So as always, we're gonna start with an impulse leg. Everything starts with an impulse leg, especially if you're a technical trader. That's what you're gonna come to realize, that everything starts with an impulse leg. So we got the impulse leg of a bullish advanced pattern there, and we're gonna have an impulse leg of a bearish butterfly pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to label these points, because it's so important to label these points. So the first point, obviously, it's known as the A. No, it's not A, it's X. My bad. So X, and we're going to change that to so it can be more visible and just a little bit. So we got the X. That's the starting point if you're looking at it in terms of structure. So clone it, we're just going to put the X right there. Everything we're doing on the bullish advanced pattern, we're going to do the complete opposite on the bearish advanced pattern. So if our X is at the bottom here, our X for the bearish butterfly pattern is going to be at the top there. So the next point of the advanced pattern is A. So from here it gets a lot easier, because apart from the X, after A you just go B, C, D. You know, it's just straightforward. So we're going to put our A point of a bearish butterfly pattern right down there. So now we've got the impulse leg. We've got 2 points. You know, these ones you don't really need any Fibonacci to kind of, you know, find these kind of points. And I mean, it's all about identifying an impulse leg. An impulse leg is very, very easy to identify on a chart if you know what you're looking for. So we've got the impulse leg. So what comes after the impulse leg? It's a pullback or a retracement, or what we call the A to B leg. So you got the A to B leg of an advanced pattern, and we're going to talk about the rules as well, but let's draw the A to B leg of a bearish butterfly pattern. Like I said, everything we're doing here, we're going to do the complete opposite on this side, and we're going to put some label, of course. So this is going to be our B point, and for the bearish butterfly pattern, that's going to be a B point. So now we come to a point where, like, we're gonna have to start looking at the rules of a butterfly pattern. So on the rules of the butterfly pattern, you're probably gonna see so many different ways of people doing it, but you need to be careful how you are able to kind of to know the correct way to draw an advanced pattern. So the rule for the B point, or for the A to B leg of a butterfly pattern, is that the A to B leg, any part of the candle of the A to B leg must extend and touch the 786 Fibonacci retracement of the X to A leg. So you got your X leg, you got your A leg here, so you have to bring in your Fibonacci retracement. So we're gonna go bring in our Fibonacci tool here, and we're gonna go from swing low, from our X point, to a swing high to the A point. And what you're looking for this A to B leg to extend and go past all these Fibonacci numbers, the 382, the 50%, the 618, and it has to go and touch the 786 retracement only. So if B extends and touches the 886, straight away you don't have a valid B point of a butterfly pattern. It just needs to come and touch. So any part of the pattern, it can be the wick of the candle, it can be the body of the candle, but you just need it to touch the 786 retracement only. Okay, then you got the B point. So we're gonna do the same for the for the B leg as well. So we bring in our Fibonacci, we draw to X to A leg, and we're looking at the 786 retracement, that yellow line up there, and that's where B is gonna be at. So now that's the first and the most important rule. Now should we let's try and write this down so that so output is just B there, B, well, let's just put AB just to kind of stop to clear things up. So AB, so this is a rule for the AB leg. Any part of the candle, from the AB leg must extend and touch 786 fib retracement of the AB leg. Of the X to A leg, sorry. The X to A leg. Let's try and make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's much better. So that's the rule for our AB leg. So you can clearly say, so any part of the candle from the AB leg must extend and touch the 786 Fibonacci retracement of the X to A leg. I hope that's clear for everyone. So let's move on to the next part. So the next part, what comes after B is C. So the C point of our advanced pattern, let's just put it out here on the chart. And what I usually do with my advanced patterns is that every time I'm drawing advanced pattern, there's kind of one rule that governs every advanced pattern, and one of those rules is the fact that most advanced patterns, I should say, and this one is included. So just like the if you don't know, if you guys remember the Gartley pattern, the bat pattern, and now the butterfly pattern, I usually draw a red dotted line at my A point, simply because this rule kind of covers the Gartley pattern, the bat pattern, and the butterfly pattern. And that rule is that the BC leg must not touch the A point or go beyond the A point. So you cannot have, if you're looking at an advanced pattern to do with the Gartley pattern, the bat pattern, or the butterfly pattern, you cannot have the BC leg going beyond A. It can't. And in case of a butterfly pattern, this is the rule for the BC leg. So the BC leg of an advanced pattern let me just put that C down and also put it here as well. So the BC leg of an advanced pattern must extend, any part of the candle from the BC leg of an advanced pattern must extend and touch the 886 retracement of the AB leg. So for the first point, we use the Fibonacci retracement from the X to A leg in order to find B. Now we move on to finding C. We have to draw a Fibonacci from the A to B leg in order to find C. And the fact that C basically has two rules. The first rule is that it must not go beyond the starting, it must not go beyond A. And the second rule, that it has to extend and touch the 886 retracement. So we're bringing our Fibonacci here, and so we can pull that one all the way to the 886 retracement. So if you get that, then you have a valid C leg of a butterfly pattern. So and we do the same for the bearish advanced pattern as well. For the bearish butterfly pattern, we draw a Fibonacci from the A to the B leg, and we're looking at C to come into the 886 retracement. So let's go ahead and put that rule down. And the rule is going to be for the BC leg. So any part of the candle from the BC leg must extend and touch the 886 fib retracement of the AB leg. So let's, yeah, that should be, yeah. So that rule should be clear to everyone right now. I'm gonna try and put that somewhere there because don't want it to affect the next part of drawing I'm gonna do. So now we're almost complete. We're almost at the end of the advanced pattern. So in order to find the most important point, which is the entry point of an advanced of a butterfly pattern, this is how we get the entry point, which is known as D. So for the entry point of an advanced pattern, so for the C to D leg of an advanced pattern, you're looking for the market. This is the rule for the C point. You're looking for the 127 extension of the X to A leg. Now here it gets a little bit tricky because when it comes to Fibonacci, using the Fibonacci tools, for example on TradingView, if you're using the TradingView charts to look at to draw your Fibonacci's, you're going to realize that TradingView has there's two different tools that you can use. There's an extension tool and there's a retracement tool. Now you can use either one. However, if you choose to use the retracement tool, then you have to customize it in order to get the extensions, because the retracement tool only comes with the normal retracement lines, the 382, 618, 50%, 886, those normal. So you have to customize it in order to add these Fibonacci levels. If anyone doesn't know how to do that, then get in touch and I'll try and help you sort that out. So I'll show you how to use both. So if you want to use the extension, the Fibonacci retracement tool, so all you have to do is do your Fibonacci from X to A, and then you're looking at the 127 extension. So that's how you get your D point. So that's the 127 extension right there, and that's where a D point is going to be, and that's where the entry point is going to be. Or if you choose to use the extension tool, it's a little bit different. So you go to the extension, that's you got where is it? Or that direct. So it's got the trend-based Fibonacci extension. So that's the one. So this one is a little bit tricky to use, and you have 2 points that in order to use it, you have to go from the swing high to the swing low, and then back onto the swing high again. And then you got the 127 extension. As you can see, they're both at the same point. It's just that in terms of using this one, it's a little bit trickier. However, if you don't want to use this one, if it seems a bit complicated, because sometimes it can be very complicated sometimes to find the swing low and the swing high and do all of those things. So it's better you use the other Fibonacci, but you just have to customize it. So let's do the same thing for the D point of a bearish butterfly pattern. So the D point has to come, extend, and go to at least the 127 extension. So let's bring in our Fibonacci retracement tool, and we're looking at the 127 extension of the X to A leg. So X to A leg, you can see just a little bit higher. So that's your 127 extension. That's where your D is gonna be. Clone this one, That's our D point. So just to use the Fibonacci extension tool to show you how to get that one. So Fibonacci extension, you're looking for the X to A leg, so you go for swing high to swing low, or swing low to swing high in this case, and back down again. So you got the 127 extension right at the D point right there. So that's how you get your D point. So now let's complete the advanced pattern. There, so you got your completed advanced pattern, and let's complete the bearish one as well. Now once the advanced pattern complete, what you would expect when it comes to the bullish advanced pattern is that you will expect the market to kind of rally from this point onwards. And obviously, like I said in the part 2 video, I'll talk to you guys in terms of how to know where to put your profit levels and your stop loss. And I mean, it's pretty much the same for most advanced pattern, but yeah, so this is what advanced pattern look like, what a butterfly advanced pattern look like. And if you want to make things really pretty, you can add some colors. And then you see that, look at that. How beautiful does that look? And we do the same for our bearish advanced pattern as well. There you go. So now you've got the two advanced patterns next to each other. You got the bullish butterfly pattern and you got the bearish butterfly pattern, and you got the rules as well. I mean, I forgot to add the rule for the D point, but I think I'll stop here and yeah, and tell you guys. So when it comes to the second video as well, like I said, the part 2 video, I'll show you guys how to kind of use the Fibonacci to locate your profit, your take profits, and your stop loss. And also I'll try and show you some examples on the chart as well. And by the way, this is an advanced pattern that I'm teaching in my Zoom classes as well. So for those of you guys that have missed the chance to join the Zoom classes last month, we're coming to the end of the month. So like I said, you can come in and join us, you know, start afresh from next month. I do 2 lessons every week, you know, morning and evenings, and I also, you know, record the lessons. So if you come and join us, you're not really gonna miss anything, because you know you're gonna come to the lesson and you're gonna get to go and watch the recordings as well. So I think that's gonna help a lot with your learning. But obviously, like I said, both the advanced pattern and also the contraction and expansion strategy, I do teach it in the Zoom classes as well. So yeah, so if that's something you're interested, feel free to come and join us. If you need more information, like I said, just head over to my website. You're gonna see all the information there. And yeah, so just if you still don't understand, just come over, get in touch, and then I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.